Okay, let me. Okay, what are we? Alright, I gotta see what happened here. Just when I thought things were gonna go. Testing 1, 2. Alright, I should be back on the air. Sorry about that, folks. Uh, well, let me start all over again. As you saw on the slide that was up, the Petrie Blanchard trial is being delayed until August 4th of this year. Um, it is by the request of the defense attorney. Apparently, they're going to have a vigorous defense. Um, and so we are going to basically have the summer free of anything having to do with Neely Petrie Blanchard except any discovery that might come out. They did interviews on the 25th of March of what I believe is Petrie's mother and possibly another witness, and this was done remotely. Um, and so that's where we stand with that. Now, for the other major uh, trial or case that I'm covering here is the Delphi murders, and there have been some recent developments with that. Um, Now, the state accidentally posted transcripts up on their website that they really didn't want people to see right now. And a very well known uh, website that's been following this case uh, found them and uh, published them with certain redactions that were made. Uh, Now, what's interesting that came out there is that um, originally there was information released to the public about the murders, and were centered around a compare of composite sketches as well as a photo and audio taken from Libby Garman's phone. But in December 2021, Indiana State Police released images from the Anthony Shots profile, which had been used from around 2016 to 2017 on social media accounts, including Snapchat and Instagram. The profile used a male model, which, strangely enough, turned out to be a policeman, I believe, up in Alaska. Um, the creator of the profile portrayed himself as wealthy, uh, and Indiana State Police has asked anyone who has had interaction with the account to contact them, although they didn't make a direct tie between the social media profile and the Delphi case. Now, according to interview transcripts, Klein told investigators multiple people had access to the Anthony Shots account. New information shows investigators believe that at least 2 people used it. Investigators based that information on forensic examination into the syntax or wording used in interactions. In a later interview, Klein told investigator that his father had access to the account. Now, this is interesting because we now have the father of this individual who is currently serving time in prison for possession of child pornography and I believe discussing sex or other actions with minors. And this account had interacted with the two girls the very night prior to their murder. Now, what is unknown right now is what is the age of the father and are there any pictures of him? Because it would be interesting if the father resembled the picture, or the video, I should say, of the individual known as the bridge guy. And so we have now this possibility that the father of this individual may have something to do with the murders of the two daughters, or two young women, or at the very least is now a new person of interest or somebody that law enforcement is going to keep an eye on. And this adds a whole new dimension because now we have the father of a sexual predator being on the internet probably around the time that these girls were murdered. And at one point, Klein told investigators that his father had had sex with a 17-year-old girl when he was about 20 years old. And so this "it runs in the family" mantra has now come to light. And according to the transcripts, investigators knew Libby Garden was interacting with Anthony Schatz at a sleepover the night before the murders. Police believe she was completely enthralled with the online persona. Klein told investigators that he did not exchange photos with Libby. He did, however, say he received photos from one of her friends who was at the same sleepover. Police told Klein he failed a polygraph test when questioned about the Delphi murders. He also deleted the search history on his phone between February 10th and February 15th of 2017. He admitted his father was freaking out when Klein told him he was being questioned about the Delphi murders. Excuse me. Court documents previously released in the case showed Klein had deleted data from multiple electronic devices in the days and weeks after the murders. These court documents, heavily redacted, did not include chat transcripts or internet search history linking the investigation to the Delphi case. The transcripts show Klein was asked about possible involvement of his father. He told investigators his dad had access to the Anthony Schatz profile. In the McDonald interview, Klein said his father was abusive and once held guns on him and his mother. Klein also said his father had past domestic violence cases filed against him and a history of violence towards women. Klein said his father liked younger women and claimed he once slept with a 17-year-old when he was 20. While the transcripts include information about the Delphi investigation, Delphi police had no role in their release. Investigators haven't publicly linked Anthony Schatz, Klein, or his father to the Delphi case. It's again important to emphasize that he has not been criminally charged in connection with the murders, and ISP has not said that he is a suspect. Now, Indiana State Police released a statement about the transcripts to make it clear the agency had no role in their release. Indiana State Police said the investigation into the murders remain ongoing, and out of respect for that, the Indiana State Police declined to comment at this time. So, again, we are seeing that it would appear that Delphi State Police are concentrating their investigation on anyone within an hour of the murders that may or may not have something to do with that case. Now, in my preview, I had mentioned that the FBI was making house calls. And this is according to information that I have been receiving ongoing for the past week or so. And what has come about is it is said that the FBI has talked to and is continuing to talk to Smirky Kirky, otherwise known as Kirk Pendergrass. And they have, the information I have received says that possibly he is cooperating with the FBI, and that it is unclear at this time exactly what they're asking him about. There's any number of things they could be talking to Mr. Pendergrass about, and as things develop, I will keep you updated. Now, in another development, there has been a lot of information coming out about David Lester Straight. It seems that Mr. Straight has had a lot going on in the court. And hello, Rebecca, welcome to the chat. And basically, it looks like he has started his troubles with the courts back in 2018. He had a judgment for $1,894 from Fodder Feeds Corporation on April 21st, 2010. The Straights were sued for unlawful detainer. The amount was $3,268, and the creditor was Ray Klein Incorporated. There was a civil judgment on July 2nd, 2010 for $2,385, and the creditor was the State Farm Bank, and this apparently was paid off by the Straights. On July 16th, 2016, there was an amount of $68,204 that was due the state of Oregon. And this is where things start to get real interesting. Jefferson County Recorder's Office in Oregon, federal tax lien on July 25th, 2008, $105,000 and $105,839, creditor Internal Revenue Service. On where's the date? Well, on 2018, the date's a little scrambled up on this one. the tax lien was filed on this $105,000 amount. And another tax lien was filed, $105,839. Now, why these duplicates keep showing up, I don't know. Sacramento County Court, California, state tax lien, January 1st or January 17th, 1997, for $1,384. In March 31st, 1997, they filed bankruptcy. He had a number of traffic offenses, speeding, 2 speeding tickets actually. Now he claims to have graduated from Brigham Young University with a master's in business administration. There's people that have questioned this part of it. Strait lost his own children to Child Protective Services and never got them back. Okay, we have the state tax lien, Deuces County, Sacramento County. There's another one, 1,384. And I think a lot of information here is a repeat of what he... Yeah, this is a repeat of previously. Okay, that's basically it. Now, I have been told that David Strait is alleged to have over $700,000 in arrears to the IRS, and that information has not been forthcoming as of yet, so I cannot verify it. But the simple fact of the matter is this is possibly why the Internal Revenue Service is talking to David Strait. Now, other interesting things that seem to be going on here is these entries over on the BitChute channel. Today, Tim released a video, or whoever is running the channel, I should say, has released a video accusing, I guess, not sure who, is burning children alive. And the Gateway Pundit is reporting text messages found on Hunter Biden's laptop show Biden and his lover, Hallie, blah, 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 burn children alive in Donstack. Children can, this is just another one of these that anybody that's a Democrat is running around eating and killing children. So he's posting this nonsense. Like, the Gateway Pundit is worthless. And another video, Mr. Gould is mentioned as the postmaster of the world. He has all these patents. Now, this is getting really, yeah, you're correct there, Mark. It's old information. This is, once again, these people are recycling old information. Now, at this point, it's widely believed, and I certainly believe it, that Tim Holmseth is nothing more than a figurehead. They are using his name and keeping him out of sight and out of mind. They might be paying for him to just go hide in hotels and spas and pose in front of boats and signs and stuff just to keep him at bay. When I was talking about, with the tax information, I was talking about David Lester Straight, and now we're talking about Timothy Charles Homseth, who seems to have vanished. And you make an interesting point, L. Kennedy. There was over on Telegram and other terrorist websites that Hillary Clinton had been executed. And then they reported that Trump is suing her. So Trump is suing a woman who's been executed. But they can't keep their story straight. They've said, well, she may have been executed, but they cloned her, and that's who you're seeing is the clone, and the reason she's in the got diagnosed with COVID positive is that the clone is breaking down, and it's all stuff that's along that line. But they can't keep their story straight. They're constantly changing the narrative. And what's going on here with Mr. Homseth is that somebody is writing for him. Now, as I mentioned when I was talking about the Delphi case, they talked about okay. Yeah, I'm getting information. And I've just been told that one of the reasons the FBI is at the seminar is that they are allegedly investigating Randy Erickson because of her lawsuit. And this rumor is persisting that David Lester Straight is even cutting a deal with the feds in regards to that lawsuit. So the lawsuit is actually going to probably be the key to a lot of things. But getting back to Timothy Homseth and this figurehead business. Now, in the Delphi murder case, investigators have looked at the Anthony Schatz account and the syntax, what they call the syntax of the writings in there. Now, this is known as forensic linguistics. They are breaking down how people type on line or type when they write, and they noticed a change in the writing style of the various exchanges that they have come across in that account. And what has not been mentioned is whether or not this style of posting is Anthony Klein's or Mr. Klein's father. And if they can determine forensically that his father might have something to do with the murders of those two children, then this may add a new dimension in the case. Now, what I get to here is that the same thing can be done to the writings of Timothy Charles Homseth based on known samples of his writing and comparing it to the current writings that are out there on these various social media accounts. And what is coming out is that there is a difference in writing styles. And this may indicate that Timothy Charles Homseth may not be writing anything on any social media and has not for at least the last 2 years. Okay, one thing that I'm going to interrupt this narrative for just a second. What they're saying over on Telegram is, quote, a body double, perhaps even a clone, is alive. Aim is to put Hillary's mass murder and torture of kids in front of the public. No need to execute the clone. Video of execution of real Hillary is sufficient. Of course, there's no video of Hillary being killed. It's just these people going off the deep end. Um, uh, I'm sorry about that. I just, one of these troll accounts over on Telegram is sending me messages again. I got a I don't know how that happened. The software is acting up again. Uh, but I got to keep an eye on the software. This thing it's muting my mic, so I got to make sure it's unmuted all the time. But they're saying that um, Hillary has been executed. They have a body double, and there's no point in executing the body double, which is weird. And this latest Mean Truth ER, which is probably you know who over on Twitter, is asking why I am biased in favor of Kim Pascazio. Well, the simple reason is Kim Pascazio is innocent. So I'll be exchanging messages with that idiot from time to time. She's Mark, I believe that there's there's 18 people watching the stream, but not too many people are chatting tonight, which is par for the course. This is a really small channel, so um, people usually watch and don't chat, and that's fine. This show gets recorded so people can come back and watch it. It's not going to be one of the best shows I've done. I'm probably only going to be on for another 20 minutes because I've got to tackle these technical difficulties. And I'm trying to limit the streams now to around an hour or so a night. Because it's no point in dragging things on when there's not really that much to talk about. But I'm going to try and find something in here that I saw on my browsing of Twitter. Bear with me a second as I go down. Let me go to this. Well, that's possible, Mark. But my software, I have like a production board or dashboard here, and every once in a while, the little thing down on the bottom of my console will say the mic has been muted, and then I have to check and make sure it's not muted. And this happened last week on my last live stream. The software was really acting buggy. But, so far, things seem to be more or less okay. But part of the problem that Timmy is having is there's a woman that is in the Putnam County Jail right now, and it doesn't look like people are happy with him in regards to that. Hello, Levi. Welcome. I did a little bit of review on breaking developments in the Delphi murders, and basically they seem to be honing in on the father of this Klein character, and so we're probably going to be hearing more and more of that. The uh, court record service, that's something like Pacer, somehow leaked information to the public that was not supposed to be released, and a major YouTube channel that covers that case stumbled across it and published it, but they did redact some important information on the request of the investigators. And it just appears that the state is keeping a close eye on Mr. Klein and his father. The fact that the guy had sex with a 17-year-old is well, I just lost my train of thought. But basically, anyone local to Delphi, Indiana, that has had some connection to that area and have a history of one sort or another that would be brought to the attention of law enforcement is now being looked at closely. Yeah, that's correct. Everybody's mainly on this channel. I simulcast just so people Leanne, no, he has not admitted to it. That's the prevailing thought, because when you look at what content is being put up, 90% of it is recycled stuff from years ago, and there are people familiar enough with Holmseth to recognize his style of writing, his pronunciation, so on and so forth, feel that it is not him writing this material. That he has in fact become a figurehead, and people are writing for him or writing as him. And the more writings come out, the more it seems to be clear that it is not Timothy Charles Holmseth posting on these various blogs. And the only thing we have is hearsay. We have a woman that made love to Holmseth on and now this troll wants me to turn my live stream into a soap opera about Kim. And it's that same character. I don't know why this woman even bothers. But, she has nothing constructive in her life, so I guess she wants to stalk Kim Bacazio. Knock yourself out, lady. But anyway, talk about a sloppy show tonight. Whew. But what I'm doing is I'm reading Telegram and seeing just what kind of garbage they're she's telling me I would have more viewers if I were to malign and gossip about Kim Bacazio and denigrate her. Yeah, that seems to be the only thing that this troll is interested in, is denigrating someone she has never met, never even talked to, knows nothing about except what Tim Holmseth has told about her. Shows you how mentally deranged these people are over on Telegram. Believing in science that's not even possible is one of them. And Now she's talking about Levi Page again. Yeah, this individual is obsessed with Kim, and Levi. That's all she ever talks about on here. She gets on here and talks about Levi and Kim, and Kim and Levi. That's it. And this is the 12th account that she has posted. Now she's asking me if I got the vaccine and do I regret it. And, yes, I got the vaccine. Everybody knows that. And I do not regret it. Actually, no. Craig Sawyer has made a petition to the court through his lawyer. His lawyer actually made it. Essentially accusing her of being a vexatious litigant. He says she's wasting the court's time with useless stuff that you cannot see the chair. Well, the green screen's probably, it's a red and black chair. I don't know if that's what you're talking about. We're back to posting pictures again. I have to wonder, what this is the exact same stuff she's posted before. It's like watching a rerun 100 times over. Weird. But they're all like this over there. They just, because of his perceived, Tim Holmseth's perceived mission and everything, they believe this crap. And, it's the lowest need of evidence I've ever seen, in anybody. They say, we don't need any proof. We believe. We have faith, Timmy this, Timmy that. These people are so brainwashed and so obsessed in their beliefs, and there's no talking common sense into any of these people. Because if you look at the comments over on BitChute, for instance, that's, their fantasy is all over the map. There are exceptions to the rule. There's people criticizing him for no evidence, recycling old material, and so on and so forth. But the bulk of these people believe what he says. And it's sad, really. But, what are you going to do? So that's where we're at in this. And we're going to go back to the troll. Okay, here we go. The fake task force is in here. And Truth Punisher is not part of the task force. Well, that's good to know. Because you're all a bunch of fakes anyway. Task Force is a fake. Timmy is a fake. The Pentagon Pedophile Task Force is a fake. So there you go. You guys are making a boatload of money. I hear that Timmy is getting $4,000 a month, and it's not from Randy. It's from some, uh, you know, task force, would you kindly explain for the 100th time what this BS is you keep posting in here? You say, notice to agent is notice to principal. What the hell are you talking about? You refuse to explain it. Now's your chance. You got the floor. What does it mean? And why do you keep refusing to answer that question? You know, task force doesn't answer questions. She just comes in here and stalks this channel because she has no life. Here we are at 9:47 Eastern Time on a Saturday, and what's task force doing? She's in my channel. 18 people on the channel, maybe 5 chatting, and she's in here not talking about missing and exploited children, not talking about what's going on in the Ukraine. She's talking in riddles. Okay, the Pentagon Pedophile Task Force has come out against Claire J. Walker. So, anyone that is supportive of Claire J. Walker, there you go. This is Task Force's stand on that. So, any friends of Claire Walker out there, just note that Timothy Charles Holmseth and the Pentagon Pedophile Task Force do not support Claire J. Walker. And so that's that. And I guess Mean Truth ER was shut up for a while. No, he doesn't. Why would Lynn Wood have me running scared? I don't give a shit about Lynn Wood. You still haven't answered the question. Why do you keep posting bullshit and not answering the question? I guess I'll find out when Lynn Wood comes for me. I don't know what reason Lynn Wood has. What's the reason why Lynn Wood's going to come after me? A retired truck driver running an 18-person live stream. Is that guy so desperate in need of attention that he's going to come after a puny little YouTube channel? That doesn't say very much about Lynn Wood. If he comes after someone the size of this channel, then he's a big fat nothing. And you can tell him so. I mean, that guy has bigger fish to fry than some tiny little YouTube channel. Well, thanks for letting us know. Levi, if you're in here, I guess you got fired from Nancy Grace. Yeah, that's a good question. Lynn Wood's a big shot lawyer. He can get all the Navy SEALs in the world to protect Timmy from his assassination attempts. I'm sure that Mike Pence wouldn't go anywhere near that estate. So there would be no excuse for Tim Holmseth to go on Lynn Wood's show and give him hell. Here we are gang stalking again. From what I understand, Randy's not so skinny. And she's so desperate she used to use a 30-year-old picture of herself in her. You've used this excuse for 4 years. Timmy is on assignment. He's going around buying yachts. What are you guys doing with these boats that Timmy stands in front of? Is that how you're getting kidnapped children out of the country? Seems likely. Nobody has yet to explain why Tim Holmseth has repeatedly posed in front of yachts. 3 of them right now that he's posed in front of. And he even asked for brochures on one that sold for $75,000. Why would Tim Holmseth need brochures for a yacht if he doesn't have any money to buy them? And even if he did have money to buy them, why does he need a yacht? He doesn't even know how to sail one of those things. There is no record of him knowing how to do anything with a boat. So is he acting as a broker for child traffickers? Is he actually a child trafficker? Instead of boasting about saving children, he is actually ferreting them out of the country for who knows what. Here we go with show me the inside of my trailer. No, I'm not going to show you the inside of my trailer. I don't know why you need to see the inside of my trailer. When are you going to show me the inside of your house? You want to show the inside of something. When are we going to see the inside of your house? This is right here. Whoop, yeah, right there. That's all this woman is interested in. Nothing about children, nothing about saving children, nothing about stopping child pornography, nothing about doing anything about pedophiles. All she wants is to see the inside of my trailer. Well, it's right here. I'm sitting in it. See? Chair. This is inside my trailer. There's the inside of my trailer. I'm sitting inside my trailer. So you're seeing the inside of my trailer. You're seeing me. Jeez. And what is the relevancy to look inside of a 30-year-old mobile home? You're not going to see custom-made furniture from No. There have been no explosions in any underground. It's another fantasy you guys come up with. It's another lie you people come up with. None of this stuff has happened. You people are sick in the head. You're mentally out of it. You need psychiatric help. You need to go see either a psychiatrist or a psychologist to find out why you're having all these delusions. Now, have you been drinking bleach instead of getting the Cobra shot? Because that might explain some of your activities. Or maybe you're seeing some of those quacks on the internet and taking weird drugs like horse medicine or something. Yeah, Truth Punisher, I guess needs to make sure she doesn't support Tim Holmseth anymore because she's wasting her money. The Timmy's publisher has come on and basically denounced her. So she, so if Truth Punisher keeps supporting Tim Holmseth, she's just wasting her time. But this is how much control that task force has over Tim Holmseth. This man has absolutely no freedom. He is under the thumb of task force. Nothing you see, absolutely nothing you see on the internet is from Tim Holmseth. It's all made up stuff by someone using his name as a byline. There's been no videos of any kind from we got another. Yep, same picture all over again. Well, he also backed off of that and said that someone came out and said that he's being paid $4,000 a month by some woman. That's Leanne Kruger from from California. She is someone Symbolism will be your downfall, fools. What the hell are you talking about? Now, you idiots go over there and you take things and make symbols out of them and make puzzles out of absolutely nothing. I mean, QAnon has got you morons brainwashed. If anybody wants a good laugh, go over and see the comedy that's going on over on Gab, Telegram, and BitChute. These people are completely and absolutely out of their ever-living minds. And now they're accusing John Kerry of being a cannibal. Everybody's a cannibal. And of course, Task Force is the one that put it up. You know, shows you how stupid that person is. Yeah, there's no proof. I mean, ever since he did the very last live stream that he did was it. Since that date, there's been nothing. Well, see, that's it, Task Force. That's all you care about is money, 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 money. You're draining money out of these brainwashed fools over at BitChute, Telegram, and Gab. I mean, you are making tons of money off of ignorance and people that are gullible to your crap. And you admit it. I'm not going to say. I'm going to let you figure that out for yourself. You're doing well. Actually, we'll find out because she's going to have to disclose to the court her income when the lawsuit initiates, either from her to Craig Sawyer or from Craig Sawyer to her. Both sides have to give financial disclosure statements to the court, and so we will know. And how do you know that, Task Force? You know, where did you come up with this? I can't pass a background check. I got news for you. If you knew the kind of background checks that I have actually passed, you would be surprised. You have absolutely no clue as to my background. You only know me as a truck driver that's retired. That's all you know. No, I have not. You know, what does any of this have to do with missing and exploited children, pedophiles, people eating babies, drinking their blood? What does a city council meeting in Apopka have to do with any of that? And you know, I like how Task Force asks all these questions, but she doesn't answer any of them. I asked her one simple question, and she refuses to answer it. And I'm really curious about that. You know, why she refuses to answer that question. And I ask it over and over and over again, and she refuses to answer it. Yeah, she did. Randy got a violation in her case, and that's what's being through the court. She asked to appear on April 13th to answer the filing. So there is a hearing that's going to have to, well, probably go a long way to answer a lot of these things. Why? You know, you know, I haven't got time. I got things I do. I have not got some time to go to some city council meeting. If I want to know the meeting, if I want to know the minutes of the meeting, I can bring it up online and read it. You know, why do you care about the city of Apopka anyway? You know, You're weird. Yeah, that would be interesting. You notice that Task Force isn't talking about that. Task Force is yet to answer any of my questions. Uh, and, the woman is nuts. 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 She has no idea how things work down here in Florida, number one. And she just, you know, it's a one-way street with Task Force. She does all the asking and all the talking and doesn't do any answering. She just in here gang stalking this website. They over there they whine and crying about all of us going over there to their Telegram, and they're right here. We've got Task Force over here, and we've got the this sock account over on Telegram, and we've got Infiltrated by Truth, and whoever this Sovereign Sulla is. So, and now they're whining they didn't get to watch the execution of. Well, I hope you had fun attending the Planning Commission in Apopka. That must have been a thrill a minute. I mean, all the Planning Commission does is they hear about housing, all these new construction around here. And once again, you have yet to answer my question. Why can't you answer such a simple question? And since you want so badly to see the inside of my trailer, why won't you show the inside of your place? Are you that ashamed of your house that you don't want anybody here to see it? I mean, you're supposed to be this rich real estate broker. Why can't we see the inside of your house? I gotta love these people. They're really strange. And what does the Apopka Planning Commission have to do with missing and exploited children? Explain that one. Yeah. And this is the desperation of these people. Why? Why Apopka? And I don't care if you go to board meetings or not. It's no concern to me. Right now, as far as I know, the city of Apopka is having all kinds of meetings having to do with real estate in and around Apopka and Orange County. But again, you're bragging about your money. You're bragging about going to all these meetings as a licensed professional. So what? What we got going on here is a class war. I mean, this woman wants to tell everybody how important she is. She wants to tell people how rich she is. Wants to tell people she's got this big, important license. She's so important, absolutely gob important, that she comes into a live stream with 16 people in it and maybe 4 or 5 people in chat bragging about herself. Why is she that desperate? That's what you got to look at here. Why is Task Force even in here? That's the question of the day. Well, I got news for you, Task Force. The city of Apopka is not in Putnam County. It's in Orange County. You might want to study geography. Yeah, Go ahead and investigate Putnam County. I don't care. Symbolism will be the downfall. Well, because you're talking about it. Go ahead and talk about it. I'm aware of the situation up there. Putnam County's not immune to not the only county in the United States that has this problem. Other counties throughout the country have the problem. But this does not, I don't care. Hey, you go over on BitChute, put your videos up about Putnam County all you want. I don't care. Oh, you do? What's your street address? I thought you lived in Minnesota. Did you move? All the court papers that I've seen have you listed in Minnesota. Huh. Yeah, you got a real estate license. Big deal. I have a lot of friends in the real estate business. They don't go around bragging how important they are, and they don't go around bragging that they're members of a task force. They go out and they buy and sell houses. They do what real estate people do. If you're a licensed professional in Florida, your address will be listed in the public record, so I guess we'll be looking that one up. If you're a resident of the state of Florida, it'll come up. So you might as well show us the house you live in Florida. And remember, you have to post all your holdings with the court when the lawsuit comes up. They're going to be wanting to know every dollar you make and where it's coming from. Yeah, she's riding the satanic short bus. She's the short bus dudette. She definitely belongs on that short bus. Dum da dum da dum dum. Pray for your clarity during. Weird. Yeah, definitely getting weird about a minute over on Telegram. But yeah. There's a saying, wealthy people don't, it's just tax the rich. Apparently she's making too much money and she needs to have her taxes increased. She doesn't pay them anyway, so. Where the hell did we hear that? But yeah, people worship him like a god. There's a woman that actually made love to him on her cell phone, kissing him on the cell phone. One of the number one places to get germs. Okay, here we go. 60K strong dealt with the favorites. You know what my Timmy would do. You would weep to Jesus. He's the prophet, my hero. Oh my God. Here we go. We have made this man into a god. This is a clear sign. This statement right here is a clear sign that it is a cult. C-U-L-T. This is like Jim Jones. If Timmy told these people to drink Kool-Aid, they'd do it. We'd have another Jim Jones with all these people scattered around in the field, taking the dirt nap. People are absolutely out of their mind. She repeated it, so. But when you start calling someone a prophet because of something they say or do, you're entering into some seriously bad territory. This is turning into a full-fledged cult. He is now truly a figurehead. He is a god. So instead of worshiping the God Almighty that people have been worshiping for the last 2,000 plus years, everybody can go and they can worship Timothy Charles Homestead. This is how crazy these people are. Unfreaking real. And she brags about making money by having people worship an unemployed pizza delivery driver. And she's got control of the purse strings. Timmy's not getting any of that money. It's all going to her. She acts as his broker. She's his trustee. Trust. And there's no telling where this guy's at. He's probably shacked up in a safe house someplace to keep. What? Well, tell you what, Task Force, I'm not answering any of your questions because you're not answering any of mine. This is the way we're going to play here. You will not show me the inside of your house. You will not answer the question about that dumb thing you put up there. So I'm not going to answer your question. Screw it. I'm tired of this shit. You come in here, you ask a bunch of questions of me and the social engineering you're trying to do, and nothing. It's a one-way street. That's not how things work. You're lucky you're even allowed to be here. I could hit the block moment at any time. Fine. Again, you are not answering questions. You're in here just, out of sheer desperation. There must be absolutely nothing going on in your life that you have to come in here and gang stalk this channel. It's weird. And it's easy enough to find out if the city's got a boil water notice. They send out notifications. A troll over on Telegram is shut up. Hasn't signed off, but they've shut up. Not going to answer the question because you refuse to answer my questions. I'm not answering you. You can ask all you want. But now we're on boil water notices. I mean, geez. Well, she's something because I don't understand any of this. I mean, what the hell? For all Task Force knows, I go down to Walmart and I buy my water. And Florida has what's known as sulfur water. So, that's basically it. She has nothing to talk about except boil water notices and attending city council meetings, which is a bald-faced lie. I don't know what she's trying to prove, but she can't. Nothing is going on over on BitChute right now. You go over to BitChute and it's just flat, and they're recycling stuff from 2 years ago. Right now, all you see there is this thing that says children burned alive and nothing else. And it's all these heard explosions. No, I haven't heard explosions. I'm not in the Ukraine. I'm in Florida. All the explosions are going on in Florida. Yes, he does. So I suppose once we establish where her address is, we should call and let that county know that Timothy Charles Homestead has a warrant for his arrest, and they can go visit her. It's nice to know she's established residency in Florida because now we know where to look. So thanks for that information. Yeah, she's an old homely girl. She goes around accusing people of poisoning her husband when she probably did it herself. I wouldn't be surprised if she did it herself and she's blaming others to cover her tracks. So, grown men wept. Well, good for the grown men. Under. Oh my God, here we go. There is a boil water notice because the underground rescue for children in Apopka. The military was so angry that they blew up the tunnels under Apopka. This has got to be one of the stupidest things I have read in a long time. Now, this woman is supposed to know about Florida. She is supposed to know about everything Florida. Do you know what would happen if you exploded something under the city of Apopka in Florida? There'd be no Apopka. You know, somebody needs to teach this idiot geology. Who the hell is Brian? I have no idea who Brian is. That's some other person. But this absolutely stupid shit that these people talk about. Underground explosions in the city of Apopka. Apopka could be in the Atlantic Ocean by now if that happened. That's a good question, Leanne. I don't know. I think you have to have a certain set of beliefs to join them. I think there's a process. And they got into this a long time ago of what the process is to get into this nonsense. And it probably involves a lot of money, for one. And you actually got to believe this crap. But they've got a channel over on Telegram. Let me see. Okay. Oh my God, they got 424 members in the Pentagon Pedophile Task Force on BitChute. Oh my God. I thought they had more than that. Well, the BitChute has a bunch of people in it. You know, these people are so desperate for believers, they got 30, 40,000 people on that dumb channel. I don't know how many are paid for, in a bulk buy or something. Yeah, that's the minimum. You can't shower for a year, and you have to wear the same clothes for the same period of time. There's a law against showers, and they just, they're saying that the water from the shower head has computer chips in it, and if you take a shower, the computer chips will go through your ears or something like that. It's either that or if you use too hot of water, it'll wash you off and you'll be exposed as a fish person. You're either going to be a fish person exposed by a shower or a lizard person. So they can't take showers because they don't want people to know that they're lizard people. The wonderful wizard or wizard, I guess. And they come down here to live in Florida because they want to eat gecko lizards. Lizards eating their own. They're cannibals eating lizards. Yeah, he's a hero to the brain-dead cult believers who throw their money at you so that you can go around and spread your ridiculous nonsense to people that are so incredibly stupid, it's tragic. But that's the way the world burns, It's like the circus guy used to say, there's a sucker born every minute. And Timmy knows how to find the suckers. Or not Timmy, his controller knows how to find them. Timmy's just No, I'm not. Not afraid of him at all. I'd have to hold my breath because, I don't know when the last time you took a shower. Probably last year. But Timmy's scared of me. You know, where's Timmy? He's in hiding because he's afraid. He makes up all this BS about me because he's terrified. That's why you're in here, Task Force. It's because Timmy is terrified of me. He's terrified of this channel. He's terrified of my connections that you don't know about. I mean, you're supposed to have this one-on-one connection to President Donald Trump, and the ex-president could find out about me in 2 clicks of a keyboard. And you don't have the connection to him because you don't know anything about me. You know me as a retired 71-year-old truck driver sitting in a beat-up 30-year-old mobile home in Orange County, Florida. And that's all you know about me. Yeah, that's right. You're Timothy. Timothy is a 0. You're Timothy. Your property. Your figurehead. The person you have under control. That Timmy. Gotta love people in this world. Da-da-da-da. Oh, okay. Well, that's good. Yeah, they're scared of all of us. I mean, this is a 15-member channel. 15 people are watching it, and probably 2 or 3 of them are there, and they're coming in here and posting nonsense. And she says things off the top of her head that are not true. None of the stuff she talks about is true. I mean, clones and fish people and lizard people. I thought Timmy was going to blow a head gasket the day he talked about the lizard people. He went out of his absolute mind. What little he has of one. He was screaming, yelling, using all kinds of profanity. It was the funniest thing I ever watched. I couldn't stop laughing. And, in Telegram, oh God, the people on Telegram, these people are funny. Human trafficking, cannibalism, whoever Suzanne is. And they put up this stupid law. Oh, that's where she's getting the information from, is this idiocy that Randy posted. Just because you post something with a court doesn't make it true. I mean, this woman, and a licensed professional, she's not licensed to practice law. It's funny. Oh, jeez. Yeah, the Mole Kids. Mole Kids is one of the oldest things he came up with. That was one of his original theories. I don't know what movie Why is this troll keep posting pictures of Nancy Grace? I don't get the actions of this idiot. I guess she has this thing for Nancy Grace, I guess. Yeah, the Easter Bunny is probably really a rabbit person, and they go around eating kids. Everything and everybody eats kids in their minds. Aren't gonna have any kids left because everybody's eating them all. Jeez. The thing I like about Easter are the chocolate eggs. Yeah, it's a strange place over there. I don't get it. I cannot believe there are that many stupid people in the world. It is. Who the hell is that? Got a picture of two women on here. I have no idea who these are. Yeah, this is what's. Anybody have any idea who these are? Oh, task force asking questions again. Have you ever attended a city council meeting? Again, you keep asking questions, but you don't give me any answers. So I'm not going to let you know if I have or not. This is not a one-way street, task force. You're not answering any questions. I'm not going to answer any questions. So screw you. He's taking stuff off the Gateway Pundit. That's what that is. That's old. Why can't Tim Homeseth write current? Well, he's not writing. Why can't his ghostwriters write things current instead of recycling old crap? It's like watching an old Star Wars movie over and over and over again. There was what was I watching where they said there was it was a space movie, and they got to where they were saying hello Bob all the time. They took a one episode of the Bob Newhart show and they memorized it because they were spending all this time in this colony on Mars, and so they would rotate the various actors and they would say hello Bob, and so that's what's going on here. It's the whole hello Bob effect. It's the saying the same thing over and over and over again because they have nothing, and people just eat it up. They send them their money, and we have it's Nancy Grace. We have, for whatever reason, this person is posting old photos of Nancy Grace. I mean, that's their life. This is all people know how to do. And I should have recognized this one. This one's a trip. Stick that picture of Nancy Grace. What? Why do I care about Nancy Grace? I'm no fan of Nancy Grace. I don't like her style. I mean, she's a multi-millionaire and all that, but, you know. But this is the lack of intelligence we have in this country right now. Is people like those that are over on Telegram with these theories. and the sheer stupidity of what's going on over there. Well, that's true, because what they're doing is they're recycling. They'll say they'll have something current, and then they recycle the old stuff. It's like you watch his videos, about the first half a minute is something new. And then they go right into the slideshow of stuff that's been put up 10,000 times. And even the faithful over there are getting tired of it. You go over on BitChute and you can entertain yourself reading all the nonsense over there. Because it's the same thing over and over and over again. And let's go to the comments section to see what we got. I prefer to watch Field McConnell. Well, you're going to have a hard time with that because he's no longer allowed on the air. These people are so stupid. But okay, I don't know what's there. It goes. Yeah, that's all they do. They're back on Hunter Biden again, which is kind of weird. I mean, the guy's not, the guy's a private citizen. But they have absolutely nothing. And they, I can only say the same thing over and over again. Oh, now we got a link. Nancy Grace in action. She's obsessed with Nancy Grace tonight. Interesting. But it's... Well, it's coming. Because that's the gist of the court filing that Craig Sawyer's lawyer made, that this woman does not have a clue how the legal system works, and she's going to have to go out and get herself a barfly. Now, what's interesting, she goes around calling people barflies, and yet they cozy up to Lynn Wood, who is a barfly. I don't know if this woman dropped out of high school or maybe she was under the bleachers with her current or boyfriend at the time or something, but she definitely missed out on how things work. The basic things you learn when you go to school. At least schools that actually teach something. But, geez. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, boy, right in the middle of my broadcast. Okay. I thought she was already fired. Yeah, you came in here and said that Nancy Grace had already. Oh no, that was that other idiot that said that. Go ahead and get her fired. I don't care. I don't watch Fox News. I boycott Fox News. That's not news. It's entertainment. Do you remember that lawsuit here in Florida? They are considered entertainment. They are not news. And I guess I gotta bring the star of the show in. Amber muted my mic. Don't. Okay. Hey. I gotta get rid of the PTTF here. You went and muted me, dog. Blah. Yeah. I don't know how you're managing to do that. Oh, look at this, guys. Amber is now. There's no limit to the stupidity of these people. Now they're picking on poor little Amber. Amber, have you been fed fetus bones again? In the picture. Jeez.
I didn't know that it was.
I'm on the. You're throwing the thing up. My God, a dog is not even immune. Poor little Amber. Oh well. You gotta love these idiots that come up with this. I mean, poor little dog, and she's accused of eating ground fetus bones. I mean, good grief. That's how sick these people. You know, I have to believe the task force is doing that. The task force is actually eating ground fetus bones because she came up with the idea, so she must be doing it. Is this task force's way of projecting, accusing others of what she and Timmy are doing, that they are actually eating ground fetus bones? Is that what they're doing? Is this a confession by task force? Are we witnessing a task force confession here? Seems that way. I mean, why bring it up? How about Cheryl? Everybody knows who Cheryl is. Jeez, you're behind. Yeah, that was Cheryl, for God's sake. When are you going to answer the question for me, task force? I mean, you're in here gang stalking this channel. I don't know why. You're the reason this channel sucks because people, they don't like reading posts from retards like you, so they stay away. Which is, all you're doing is, the thing of it is, task force, what you're doing is you're putting evidence out there that can be used against you. I hope you realize that. Because this is proof. Amber, go bye-bye. But, see, what task force is doing is she's getting herself in increased legal peril here. Because this is considered cyber stalking. Coming over here and saying the kinds of things she's saying on this channel is considered cyber stalking. So, and it mutes any. You see, they whine and cry about all the time that we're going over to their channel and we're picking on them, and look what they're doing. I mean, all they're doing is they're just destroying any hope of winning in court. Oh, boy. Oh, Kingfish Kebab, hello. What? There you go. More defamation. Thanks for the evidence. Randy, you're going to get, when that class action lawsuit goes into effect, you're going to have a lot to answer for. So just keep knocking it out there. The show gets recorded. I screenshot everything. So, you're in here defaming people, maligning their character, damaging them. And that's, you're that stupid. Knock yourself out. You're accusing others of what you do. Allegedly. They're posting about a fire museum. That's strange. Why won't this draft go away? Huh. Well, I do the same thing because, it's just... You've threatened that before, you know that, don't you? I have yet to see that. Now, your girlfriend over there on Telegram has done it 100 times. But, Yeah, I'm still wondering if she poisoned her husband. Because why bring it up? Because, if they're investigating that as a crime, you just blew it again because you don't tell somebody they're under investigation like that. But it's funny. Yeah, Claire just got thrown under the bus by the Pentagon Pedophile Task Force. The Pentagon Pedophile Task Force is not who they say they are, and the Claire situation proves it. But, Two. And then number 12. She probably signed off because I don't see her posting in here anymore. Huh? But yeah, the big news of the night is Infiltrated is not a part of the PPTF. She's a big nothing. Just like the PPTF is a big nothing, it's basically something with a stupid made up name, according to David Lester Street. I remember that one. Well, I think there's been a couple times when Infiltrated has been disowned uh, by a number of people. There's a split going on because of this Claire situation. Yeah, because she's accused Donald Trump of deviant actions. Um, Let me see what's going on here. Oh, okay. I just got word that Google is keeping an eye on um, that account because she's in violation again of Google's terms of service. That's a possibility. I think that, with the FBI getting involved repeatedly with his um, situation, that he may close ranks and tighten up who he associates with because, there's a lot of allegations going around. There's a lot of FBI agents going around. And because of that, not only is David Strait probably closing ranks, but he may in fact be cooperating with the FBI and giving them all the information about Tim Holmseth and Randy and Field and all these others. Because remember, we got two major cases having to do with E-Clause, the Pentagon Pedophile Task Force, and Randy Erickson directly. Now, it seems rather interesting that we had this visit by the FBI to one of David Lester Strait's seminars, and we've had an alleged visit to Smirky Kirky by the FBI, and all of a sudden, the defense for Neely Blanchard files for a continuance until August. Now, there's a possibility here that the delay in the Neely Blanchard case may be due to this FBI investigation that suddenly came out of nowhere. I mean, we're all sitting here just doing our thing, and all of a sudden, bam, the FBI shows up at David Lester Strait's conference. The FBI shows up at Kirk Pendergrass's place, and where else is the FBI showing up at? Yes, she is. See, this is the thing. E-Clause and Field McConnell and, of course, Tim Holmseth and the task force were all over, allegedly, the Cynthia Abzug case. And just because they have stopped investigating Cynthia Abzug directly, they may still be investigating the circumstances of how things came about. And so there may be separate charges against those individuals because of how Cynthia Abzug was involved. She may even be cooperating with the federal authorities when it comes to these accessory actions that took place in her situation. This might be a plea bargain or an agreement that law enforcement came to with Cynthia Abzug to get her to give information to the federal authorities that they can use in any future investigation and charges being run. Infiltrated will know because I believe Infiltrated watches this stream and monitors it. She may not comment here and interact here, but I do believe she follows what goes on here. A lot of them do, because you will notice that even though I may only have 12 or 13 people watch this channel tonight, that that anywhere from 50 to 100 people will uh, be tuning into the recordings of the show um, to see what's going on. So, it's up to Infiltrated how she wants to handle herself. If she wants to be humiliated this way, that's her prerogative. If she wants to remain faithful to Timmy, that's her prerogative. But Timmy, through his controller, does not support Claire. Um, I'm neutral on the whole situation. I don't know enough about Claire's situation to make a comment about it. I've been too busy to follow that case. She's in the Putnam County Jail. I don't know why she's not out of jail, why she hadn't been able to post bond. Maybe that's a monetary thing or some other reason why she cannot bond out. But that is that. Until something develops there that I can report on, I'm not following that situation right now. I've got an extremely heavy schedule. My schedule has exploded over the past couple of weeks. And because of that, I'm probably going to have to cut back on my streams on Friday. And it's a question mark if I'm going to be on tomorrow night. Because, there's just too much going on. My life off the internet has basically gotten busy. And on top of that, there are shows that I'm watching on Netflix and the other streams. Because, the stuff going on here with these idiots over on BitChute really don't concern me anymore. We're in a holding pattern when it comes to any legal action against these people. So weird. People are taking pictures of boats and buildings over on Telegram. Weird people. But anyway, folks, I guess I'm going to call it a night. Really isn't that much more going on. Please like, subscribe, share, hit the notification button. If anything develops as the days go on, I will report it. I mostly dwell over on Twitter, and if I'm able to, I can make mobile signs about anything that might be developing. But I hope you all have a good rest of the weekend. Have a good Sunday. If I decide to go on the air tomorrow night, I will post on Twitter that whether or not I'll be going on the air. But for right now, it doesn't look like I will be. So have a good night, you all. Hope you have a good weekend. Stay safe. Don't let the hoaxers bite you in the butt and all that. And until we meet again, have a good one.